Hello and welcome to Orion Outreach, where we introduce you to these amazing nonprofits and the things that they are doing right here in our community. We have a ton to get to today, so let us start. I'm going to welcome Kristi.
Thank you.
From
Hi.
Daisy Project.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Yes, and Norb from Easter Seals, thank you so much for being here in studio.
Thanks for having me.
And Chris and Aaron from Orion Township and Parks and Rec.
It's always good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a lot to talk about, and I want to talk to Kristi first, because that's kind of the core of why we are all here and talking today. Tell me a little bit first about Daisy Project and how that, as a one, came about.
The Daisy Project started about 5 years ago, and it came about basically because my son Xander is now 16, has cerebral palsy, and there's a core group of us, 7 of us, and 3 of us are mothers of children with special needs. So we decided that the world needs to be more inclusive, so we started the Daisy Project, and here we are.
And are all you mothers from Orion?
The area, so between here and Shelby, basically.
Okay, but you picked Orion to start it.
Yeah, well, our mailing address is Shelby because it's kind of in the middle.
Okay.
But we do stuff statewide.
Okay, and what is the mission of the Daisy Project?
It's pretty basic. I mean, the mission is really just to make the world more inclusive by creating recreational spaces that are accessible for everybody.
Okay, and we have lots coming up for you.
Yep.
But we're talking about this field behind us, and it's the Miracle League of North Oakland. And Chris, how did this partnership between Daisy Project, Easter Seals, Orion Township, how did that bubble?
Yes, it's a remarkable story. First of all, you do not tell Kristi Schons no, and you don't give her your cell phone number. So I've made both those mistakes. No, but Kristi has become one of my closest friends. She is a champion for our community. She's amazing, and not just her. I mean, the Daisy ladies, I call them, and obviously there's lots of men behind them, but they really lead the charge. They are truly our champions for the people that are the less fortunate, the handicapped, the people that just need an extra hand. So when we first started talking, it was about our playground at Friendship Park, and we were dreaming. Well, actually, we were building what's out there right now, a remarkable $500,000 play structure.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful park.
And Kristi said to me one day, "Hey, that's great, that's cool, but what's Xander supposed to do? Just sit here and watch Ozzy play?" I think that was pretty much the conversation.
Yeah.
And that was the start, actually, of our relationship, of her partnership with our community. And so we've done some really remarkable things. We built the Let Them Play playground, which is a lot of special needs or things for kids to do in wheelchairs, wheelchair swings. We have the first of its kind. What's it called?
Inclusive Whirl.
Inclusive Whirl. So it's a merry-go-round that's level with the ground. So you got to go check it out.
Right. If you haven't seen it, I can't believe how many people haven't been to Friendship Park and seen everything that there is to offer there.
So go check it out. Yeah. Right. So we won't tell you all here. You have to go. You have to go see it for yourself.
Yeah.
But then this idea of the baseball field came up because first of all we have the Lake Orion Wiffle Ball Association. Ryan Skelnick kind of leads that group, and it's a group of guys that went to school together that had a wiffle ball tournament every summer. And they said, is there any chance we could build a field at one of our parks, a wiffle ball field? At the same time, we were in conversation with Kristi about the same concept, but have a ball field for special needs. And had you seen the Miracle League field? Is that how
Yeah, Xander played there before.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a field in Southfield that's a Miracle League field. I'll let Norb talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But so we just started this crowdfunding campaign. We thought we were going to be eligible for a grant through the state that we would be able to match about $50,000. So we started this campaign to say, hey, every dollar we raise, we can get another dollar from the state. Long story, a lot shorter. We raised $170,000. We weren't eligible for the grant, but we blew away our expectations. And fast forward a little bit, we found out that Independence Township was starting to work with Easter Seals and potentially building a very similar field in Independence Township.
And we're right on that cusp.
We are.
Independence. So
we are. So this is a good story about government, local governments like working together. I reached out to the supervisor, Pat Kittle in Independence, and said it's crazy that we build a field on Clarkson Road in Friendship Park, and you guys build a field 3 miles away on Clarkson Road in Clintonwood Park that are going to compete and sort of draw the same people, the same demographic. So we met with the Easter Seals, we met with Independence, and we have created this wonderful partnership where we're going to build an even better field than we imagined here in Orion that will be utilized by really all of Oakland, really North Oakland County, but really the whole region. So.
And Norb, we were talking a little bit earlier, and I didn't know that there is one of these fields in Southfield. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how long that field's been there and how this idea came about to bring it here?
I sure can. So what's wonderful about the Miracle League is, first of all, it's a fully rubberized field that accommodates all kinds of equipment. So wheelchairs, walkers, kids with physical disabilities, kids with developmental disabilities, with autism, of all types play together in an organized league in Southfield. The field's been in existence for about 15 years. We've been involved at Easter Seals with it for about 5 years. We serve about 400 families a year. And every game is like the first game of the World Series. So there's music, the players get introduced, they run out on the field, and the only rule is that there's no rules.
That's great.
So everybody gets a chance at bat, everybody runs the bases, we don't keep score, everybody wins, and everybody gets a trophy. And families that have kids with special needs don't have the opportunity to be involved in organized sports like they do with other kids. And so dads and moms have the opportunity to coach, to be cheerleaders, the siblings are there participating, and every player plays with a buddy. So a fully capable buddy, so it's a great volunteer opportunity. People come out, 20 to 25 people every single game to play with one of our special needs players.
Wow.
And so we're full, and we've always had the dream of adding a second field. People drive as long as 2 or 3 hours to get to Southfield, and during rush hour that can be
a little tricky.
Yeah. And so by bringing this field to North Oakland County, we're going to save a lot of people drive time. We'll open up space for more players in Southfield, and we're very sure in a very short period of time that North Oakland will be full too. And we take it even a step further, and it's not just baseball. We have bowling during the winter for the kids. We have a dance program every year, and they perform at our annual gala. We provide as many activities. We even last winter tested out a yoga class.
Wow.
So kids with physical disabilities doing yoga, and it was great.
And we've seen the pictures here in Orion of what the field's going to look like, but if a family wanted to go and really check it out firsthand, they could. So whereabouts in Southfield is that?
The field is right on the city campus, so it's just off Evergreen, just south of 696. Very easy to find, and we're beginning fall ball shortly, so we're there on Saturdays and Sundays.
Great, great. And Kristi, you have a lot coming up in 2 weeks
Yes,
here,
we do,
which
yep.
is a big fundraiser to finish this field, correct?
Yes,
Which
yes.
is LOPalooza.
Yep.
And it's here at Wildwood in Orion, which is a hidden gem and treasure here. Give us the rundown on that and what fundraising you're looking for from that.
We're basically looking to raise as much money as we can.
Yeah.
It starts at noon, and I'll let Aaron talk a little bit about Wildwood, but which a lot of people don't know where that is, and everyone needs to come out.
Yes.
But it starts at noon, and tickets are $15 right now online, $20 at the door, 12 and under are free, and we have a lot of free activities for the kids this year. We have a video gaming truck, we have a petting zoo, a face painter, a rock wall, a bounce house. I don't know, I could be forgetting something, but that's all free to the kids because we've been able to secure sponsors to sponsor each of those
That's great.
spaces. And then, of course, the live music that starts at noon and
It's a
goes
huge
all day.
lineup. It's a
Yes,
huge
huge
lineup.
lineup. We have Jill Jack headlining this year. And then we also have Drunken Rooster, Lockhart's, Chicago Brothers. We have Motor City Cornhole Tournament, which everybody should sign up for that because it's all abilities. You don't really know how to play cornhole.
And there's prizes to win?
Yes.
I would assume?
I believe there's cash prizes, yes.
Wow, nice.
And then we'll also be raffling off cornhole boards from Motor City Cornhole, and if you haven't seen them, they're amazing. He does custom homemade boards, Zach does. And he's been an amazing sponsor and supporter. We met him, Joe and I met him when we used to live on the east side, and he's supported us ever since then. So,
Wow. So
yeah.
the $15 gets you in to see all of the acts.
Yep.
and you can play cornhole. That's, I would assume, additional
That's
cost.
an additional cost, yes. But you can sign up for that. Everything's on either the web page or the Facebook page. You can find everything on there.
Okay, and that is set for September
15th.
15th, and
Yes.
it starts at noon.
Yes, and starts at noon.
And ending time, we're going to leave it up, right?
Yeah, we'll leave it up in the air.
We'll leave quotes. Yeah,
Yeah, ending time is. We know there's a noise ordinance.
Right, right. But we do need to talk about Wildwood. And Aaron, you can shine a light on that, on what exactly is Wildwood and this hidden gem here in the township.
Yep, so it's a beautiful outdoor amphitheater set in the hillside. The address is 2700 Joslin Court, so come on out, check it out, walk the grounds. Definitely come out for LOPalooza. But it's a beautiful band shell with hill seating. We have a concession stand, restrooms on the top. We're consistently making updates and renovations to it. We're adding some accessible parking this year. It just happened actually. Next year we're going to be working on some accessible pathways. It's just a beautiful venue for music.
It's a bring your own. So bring your comfy chairs, right, and
Yep.
sit out in the lawn and enjoy.
Bring your lawn chair and have a seat. Enjoy the music. We have great concerts out there all year long. Free concerts during the summer that our Parks and Recreation Department puts on, and then we also partner up with some other organizations to have world-class bands out there. We just recently had a great jazz concert out there, and so next year it'll just get better and better.
Yeah, and the acoustics are perfect for those that haven't come out. It is one of those things you come over the hill upon and you're like, there it is.
It's
And
our
you
own
know
mini. It's our own little mini DTE or Pine Knot,
Yeah.
whatever you call it.
It
Today.
is.
More
it is.
intimate setting. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And Kristi, if people, do you need volunteers still for
Yes, I mean,
LOPalooza?
all the information is at lopalooza.org.
Okay.
And one thing I forgot to mention, which might be very important for everybody, is there is a beer tent.
Oh,
I forgot to
yes.
say that.
No,
When I
that's
was saying
yeah.
it was there.
That might be somebody's important.
Ticket
important
sales
part.
just started happening.
Right, yeah, exactly. So it's on lopalooza.org, and there's a link on there for Sign Up Genius for volunteers, and we can sign like the high school. There's plenty of opportunity for high school students or any other organizations that kids might need some volunteer hours for. And is designated. Some of them are designated 21 and older, but then there's other open ones.
Well, thank you so much, all of you, for joining us today and shining a light on all the amazing things that each group is doing and making this world
More inclusive.
more
Yes.
inclusive and a better place. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We'll see you next time.